Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Blaze Rhythm here. Hope everyone's having a wonderful new year. For today's video, I figured we can cover one of the first games to come out of the year. Well, it's not really the first game, but one of the first big ones for the year, which is Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Extraction. And yeah, I figured we can go into it. I was fortunate enough to get a key from Ubisoft UK and Ion Agency. You can see the ads below. And I've been playing it for a few hours. Well, more than a few hours. I've played for a few days actually. And yeah, figure we can discuss it, talk about it, and just do the general stuff. You know how it goes. So yeah, let's get into it. To start off with, I'd like to say that I enjoyed the game a lot more than I thought I was going to. Really and truly. I will say it's the surprise of the month that I didn't think I was going to actually really enjoy playing. I'm not going to say it's one of the best games out there, one of the best releases of the year, none of that, but compared to its main game, which is Rainbow Six Siege, I would personally say that I enjoy Extraction a lot more than Siege, just the way it plays. Also, I've never really been a strong PvP person, especially if it's tactical-ish. I mean, I've enjoyed Valorant, I've enjoyed Destiny, I still enjoy Destiny, I play a lot of PvP games, but I feel like Siege just never really did it for me. I played it, enjoyed it, found my mains and stuff, but I just feel like it never really hit the marks for me. Which is then interesting because Extraction does exactly what I thought Siege was going to do. Now, Extraction is a multiplayer game where you and a team of 3 are basically given objectives to accomplish. The setting is more alien infestation, or well, alien infested locations, and you've got to do the objectives, collect the samples or whatever it is the objectives want you to do, and then extract. Now, I think what I really love is just the way the gameplay cycle works. To explain it a different way, let me say it like this. So a normal match is made up of 3 objectives. The objectives are usually random, so you never really know where you're getting. After each objective, there's like a sort of safe zone that you can go to sort of prepare for the next objective. There's an in-game story about why you need to, but for this review, it doesn't really matter. But you can do that, and that's like a little break before you start the next objectives. But you see, what I love best is not the break itself, is that if at any point in time you want to leave the whole mission, you can quite literally, like the title says, extract yourselves, right? Which I think is one of the few mechanics that I really enjoy. Because it's a very tactical game. You're fighting aliens. The aliens come in different shapes and different sizes. You can't really make noises, because if you make noises, they're gonna find you, and then it's a problem. It's a problem. The aliens are well made enough, not necessarily designed well enough, but made well enough for the game, in a sense that you can't just brute force your way through the encounters. You're gonna go down. You're gonna go down fast. So in order to avoid all of that nonsense, what you have to do is play tactically, right? And sometimes when you play tactically, things fall apart. One of your teammates will go down, and when your teammates go down, they can only go down twice. The first time they go down, you can revive them. Second time they go down, they're down for good. And that's where the game, I guess, comes into itself. Because when they go down for good, you can carry them to the extraction point and put them in this, like, I don't want to call it like a tube of sorts, which sort of keeps them safe. And at that point, you can either choose to continue the mission or you can extract. And I love that. Like, literally, in any point in the game, at any point in this game, you can extract. You can decide that maybe the map is too hard, maybe the objectives are too hard, maybe your teammates are just giving you grief. And you can just go to the extraction point and just extract. And I love that so much. And I think that might be my biggest highlight of the whole game, really. It's just the extraction part of it. But that's not to take away from what the game is offering. The game is actually fun to play. The objectives are varied enough, and it is not common to get the same objective twice in a row. It's a tactical game. It's best to play with people you know, with teams, but it also has matchmaking, and it's also cross-play, so you can play with different people from different platforms. And you know how much matchmaking is. It's a random bag. Sometimes you get good people, sometimes you get bad people, but it works. It works for what it's trying to offer you. It works for what it's trying to do. It's a different feel from Siege. It's a different atmosphere from Siege. while Siege is tactical, you don't necessarily have to be quiet in Siege, especially if you got the right operator that you're using. You can use them however you want to throw your opponents off and get them. In Extraction, you have to be relatively more quiet than that. You also have to think, you have to scan, and all of these extra bits of gameplay which add a lot to the game. The operators are similar to operators in Siege. Most of them are the same. I think there are, I might be wrong here, but I think there are 3 new operators, especially for Extraction. I might be wrong, I have to double check that. But most of the operators are the same. So the skills that you can use in Siege, you can use them here as well. If you haven't played Siege before, each of the operators have their own specializations of what they can do and how they can do it. They also have their specific weapons that they can use and all of that. You can sort out your loadouts, you can sort out your skins, you can choose how you want to play the game. And I think what really shows also on the tactical side is when you are choosing operators, it's usually best to choose based on what everyone else is using, which is why I said it's usually best to be played with people that you know, so that you can actually strategize. But obviously, the more you play, the more you see, or the more you sort of reason out which operator works best with others, really. But yeah, I forgot one last thing. Forgot to add at the beginning. So the operators you have, when you take them to do the missions and the objectives, if they get injured in the game, so if, yes, say you start with 100 HP and they get injured to about 40, 30, when you extract successfully, it shows on your operator screen that they've been injured, and as such, you might not be able to use them until they heal back again, which I think is an interesting thing. At the moment, I don't mind it. I like it because it sort of forces you to use all the operators, which is a nice thing to have. Some of the operators are already unlocked for you to use. I think about 10. I might be wrong, but I'll double check. And the others that are currently locked are locked under milestones. Milestones are like battle passes. The more you play, the more objectives you complete. The more milestones you get, the more milestones you get, the more operatives you can unlock. It's normal stuff. But yeah, so if they get injured in game, then obviously you have to heal them, and to heal them, it means that you have to play successful missions and objectives. And the more you do that, the more health they get until they are back to being fully healed. If you are unfortunate enough to lose an operative in a mission, they become MIA, missing in action, and the only way to get them back is you'd have to play a new match, and the match has to have the objectives where you have to go free and free a hostage, right? And the way they've done it is in a sense of, it's when you free the hostage, it is sort of implying that you're freeing your operative, and then you get them back, but you have to be successful in freeing the hostage, which is an interesting angle. I'm still not sure how I feel about it. I don't hate it, but I don't know if I like it. But it's what it is. So yeah, the game is fun. The game is a lot more fun than I thought it was going to be. Playing with my clan mates and laughing and trying to be stealthy and trying not to die and completing missions, it's been great so far. It's been absolutely wonderful. I plan to play a lot more to see how I feel about it properly, but as an impression stuff, as a review stuff, I would give it a strong 7. A strong 7. I think the game offers a lot out the gate. But yeah, maybe my feelings will change when I play a lot more. Probably, you know how it goes. But yeah, that's it. Moving forward, well, not really moving forward, but to close the video, some things are going to change in terms of how I upload videos. So for starters, this is going to be jumping, well, today, which is Wednesday. Next video should be on Saturday, and I will be talking about Anthem. I've been playing Anthem afresh, and I want to do a video on Anthem, so you'll probably get that on Saturday. But moving forward, my video updates or video uploads are going to be on Wednesdays. Normally Saturdays if I want to drop something interesting or something different. But yeah. Obviously, as usually goes, if you like what you see, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel to grow. And yeah, I will catch you guys next time.